Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Sherry Woodward, and I just thought I would play around with some soft pastels tonight. I'm experimenting. I like to practice on my Canson Mi Temps paper. It's an unsanded paper, and it's inexpensive, but it's beautiful paper, and it's good quality. It's just that when I'm putting my soft pastels on this paper, I can't really put too many layers on it, and it's just a different experience than the sanded paper. But I have some, and I enjoy just goofing around. It's Friday evening. Had a long week like everybody else, just ready for the weekend. And what better way to celebrate the weekend than to get your art supplies out and practice? So on this channel, I'll be doing a number of tutorials, different little simple videos just showing you how to do such and such. It could be landscapes, it could be cloudscapes, it could be riverscapes, people, fruit and vegetables. You just never know. So today I decided, since I love the coast, that I would do my idea of a couple of people walking along a path next to the coast when it's foggy. So I've put in my darker values, and I used my fingers to just blend in the first layers of darker color. And it's messy business using soft pastels. So I keep a rag handy. I like to wet half of it and keep the other half dry because my fingers get super dirty. In this tutorial or example or demonstration, whatever you want to call it, I'm just painting flat. I don't have a tray or anything, and I'm not blowing the dust. I've got collections of pigment dust, but I am resisting blowing it because I don't want to breathe that in. I'm just gonna let it collect, and it's not hurting anything. So we've got a couple of people, and I do fuss over the people a little bit, but it's not too bad. So right now I'm just putting in like there's distant, far away mountainous regions. We're on the California coast, and there's always mountains all around us, even right up to the beach. So sometimes there's a cliff that goes down to the beach, but the mountains in the background, they look really blued and purpled and fuzzied up in the background. And if you put too much detail on that, then it doesn't give it that three-dimensional look. So now I'm putting in some grasses, even though it's kind of it's a very foggy morning, and there's not a lot of sunlight, so it's not going to be any bright green colors. So I'm using darker and more grayed down, muted green colors rather than anything bright. But who doesn't like a foggy morning to go for a walk, especially when you have a good friend that you can chat with? Oh, look at the dust. Look at the mess. Whew. I had to clean my finger because I wanted to blend the sky and make sure that there's no there's no texture in the sky. And so that worked. So, I mean, sometimes, if you have a bunch of darker dust on your finger and you go to blend the sky, then of course you're going to put that darker color into the sky, and that's no good. So I'm kind of fussing with the horizon just a little bit. And, oh, I guess I fuss with different parts of it here and there. It's like I change my mind as I'm going through. I darken the path, I lighten the path, I darken it back up. But that's okay. I um, I go back and forth and I change my mind, and that's just all part of how it works with art. Any kind of art, doesn't matter if you're using soft pastels or oil paint or acrylic or watercolor. It just doesn't matter. It's good to be able to change your mind, because we don't start off with a perfect rendition of what we're trying to, I don't know, trying to convey. And so it's nice to be able to go back and fix it. Occasionally I'll come out with a painting that it just happened to put, I like, it came together. It came together without any problems. And those situations are rare. I mean, I celebrate them when they happen, but those are not common. Usually I'm going back and forth, giving and taking and making corrections along the way. But in here, when I'm working with my soft pastels, and actually no matter what kind of medium I'm working with, I like to pay attention to the values, the darknesses, the shadows, and the light, and the contrast of the shadows and the light. Because that is what really is the clincher. If you're wanting a painting that is going to engage the viewer and really like grab their attention, there needs to be a contrast. The values need to be right. The colors could be awesome, but if the values are wrong and the composition's kind of wonky, then you haven't gotten any further than, you're not winning. Okay. But if you can get the values correct, then that's the key. And now this painting is just, it's not a masterpiece by any means. It's just playing around. But this is what you should be doing on a Friday night. You should be able to pull out your little art supplies, and you should just play and not worry about anything. Just play and experiment, because when you are experimenting and you're in that playful mode, then that's when you discover stuff and you get inspired. So, maybe you don't know what you want to paint. Maybe you do, but regardless of what your intent is, you need to just pull out your sketchbook or whatever it is that you're working in and just goof around and play. Now, some of the soft pastel art supplies are expensive, but there are plenty of art supplies out there that are not expensive. They're very affordable, and it's worth trying it out. I mean, I just found out about them. I mean, I knew about soft pastels, but I didn't really know about them. I mean, hadn't really tried it. I just thought, I won't like that. I don't like chalky stuff on my fingers. But last year, I was inspired by one of my other artist friends to try them. And I did. And I just completely fell in love with them. They are just so awesome. I mean, if you've ever tried to draw portraits, and you've tried charcoals, then you'll understand. I mean, charcoals, like especially the soft vine charcoals, are very forgiving. You can map out your face and you can just, easily make corrections. It's not like you're having to erase, and you can map it out easily. and make a beautiful portrait with the vine charcoals, and then you can, darken it up with the more heavy charcoals after that, but if you want to. But the soft pastels are forgiving, just like the vine charcoal, except it's colors. So it's perfect. It's a perfect medium. And maybe it's not for everybody. I mean, a lot of people swear by oil paints. I'm just, back in, God, forever, when I was a teenager, yeah, I liked oil paints. But that's because I didn't understand about acrylics. But then acrylics were just so easy and so clean that then I learned about them. But then I found about soft pastels and last year, and now I guess I'm a pastelist. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. I enjoyed making this little painting. It's Friday night. I mean, who doesn't enjoy doing some art on a Friday night, right? If you like my channel, then you should subscribe, because I will be putting way more videos on here, and I'll try not to make them too long because I don't want you guys to fall asleep. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I'm planning to. I'm planning to paint. I know that probably sounds surprising to most people, but I'm going to paint. And I think I might clean my house too. I think I know what is actually gonna happen is I'm gonna paint. I don't know that I'm actually going to clean my house, but I need to. I need to clean it. I also need to relax, and cleaning, while it is a little relaxing, painting is way more relaxing to me. So I have a feeling it'll be more painting than anything. So anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I appreciate your support. Ta-da! We did it. I did it.